All right, welcome. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on designing the torso for a Lego figurine. Let's get right to it. As usual, we'll start out File, New. We want our standard IPT. Okay, now please, before you get really going, go up to the top and hit Tools, Document Settings, and let's change our units to millimeters. Hit Apply and Close. Now we're ready to go. Switch over to your Sketch tab. Start a 2D sketch on the XY plane. Okay, now we're going to use rectangle quite a bit here for this one. Make sure you have 2-point center rectangle selected. 2-point center. I'm going to select that. All right. So from here I'm going to start right at the origin. Give you some dimensions. We're going to do 15.5 by 7.8. Okay, that's it so far. Go ahead and finish that sketch. And now we're going to switch to the 3D Model tab at the top. Get the drop down from the plane menu and hit Offset from Plane. Go to your Model Browser menu and open up the Origin folder by clicking on the plus sign. And now you have different options. Let's select the XY plane. Okay, and how far do we want to offset it? We want to offset that 13.1 millimeters. You can start a new sketch on this work plane. And we're going to grab the 2-point center rectangle again. Start right at the center, click it, move your cursor over. And for this one, we're going to have the dimensions of 11.1 by 7.8. Hit enter. And finish your sketch. All right, now we're going to use the loft command, which is right next to revolve. So use the loft command, and in this little menu, hit click to add. We'll start with our bottom section. Hit click to add in the menu again, and now click the top section. And hit OK. Looks pretty good so far. All right, let's continue on with this. So now let's start a new sketch. We're going to draw on the bottom here. Start a new 2D sketch on the bottom. I'm going to rotate this around so it's flat, just like so. All right, I'm going to select the 2-point center rectangle again. Start right here in the middle. Click it, move your cursor over, and we want the dimensions of 13.5 by 5. Okay, 13.5 by 5. You're going to finish that sketch. We're going to use the plane menu at the top again to offset the plane. We're going to offset from this plane we just used the top, so click on that. And how far are we going to offset it? We're going to offset this a negative, so it's going the other way, a negative 1.4. Okay. Hit the check mark. And now we're going to draw a 2D sketch on this new plane. Okay. Just rotate this around again to keep it the same. Grab your 2-point center rectangle, go right to the center of that rectangle, click it one time, move your cursor over, and this time we want 8.73 by 5. Okay. 8.73 by 5. I know it's hard to see there, but just make sure you have that 8.73 by 5. Okay, so for that top one, it's kind of hidden. We're going to finish that sketch, and we're going to use the loft feature again. So go ahead and click on loft. In this menu, hit click to add. Well, I'm going to select the bottom section first. I'm going to go back to the menu, hit click to add again, and now I'm going to find that internal rectangle. There it is. Now this is very important. Before you hit OK, make sure you change this to cut. It's the second option down below, right here. Okay. Hit cut. And then hit OK. All right, we're cooking so far. Now, before we go on to the head and the arms, I want to deal with some internal features here. If you ever look at the bottom of a Lego, you'll see there's some things going on in here. So let's take care of that first. We're going to start a 2D sketch right on this outer surface at the bottom. So go ahead and click on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on these internal features. Grab the line command. And roughly where you see my cursor, just go ahead and click there, right where this line is. Click, And we're going to go up a little bit. We're just going to make a triangle. Okay. No measurements, just make that triangle. Okay. And actually one of the lines didn't show up, so let me finish that from here to here. Okay, so you have a triangle. All right. Now, what you're going to do is use the dimension tool at the top, dimensions. And first we're going to measure from this point to here. Okay, and this should be 0.8. So what you can do is move the dimension off, click it one time, and then you have the option to enter 0.8. All right. Now we're going to measure from this point to the edge, the internal edge right here. All right, and that should be 3. So change that to 3 if it's not already. And now one more measurement, the top of the triangle to the bottom outside edge. And that should be 2.5. And hit enter. Awesome. You can go ahead and finish that sketch. And now we're going to extrude that. And we're going to use a feature we haven't really used too much. Maybe you have if you use Inventor a lot. It's called To Next. It's right here. Make sure you click To Next. And you have that triangle selected and go ahead and hit OK. What does To Next do? It extrudes the object all the way to the next object. So it went all the way to the top. That's what we wanted. All right, so we have to draw a few more of those, but to make it easier, let's use the mirror command. Okay, that's the top here, mirror. Click on that one time. Select the feature, which is that triangular shape that we made. And then in this menu, hit mirror plane. And we're looking for the plane. We can't find it here, so let's find it over here. There it is. It's the YZ plane. Click it one time and hit OK. And there you go. You have that feature copied over. All right, we're going to actually do that one more time. We're going to copy both of those features. So hit mirror again, and then click on this triangle and this triangle. Okay, make sure you have both of those selected only, which I do. And then hit the mirror plane in this menu, click that, and then come over here and then find the bisecting plane that goes across, which is the XZ. Click it one time and hit OK. And now those features have found their way over to that. So excellent. Now there's one more feature to do on the inside. Let's just take care of that now. Let's start a new sketch and click on this internal surface. Okay, we're going to draw a little circle right on the center. Let's go right to the center. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a 2 millimeter diameter. We're going to finish that sketch and we're going to extrude that. We're going to cut it. Make sure you're going up at 2 millimeters. Okay. Double check the direction it is going up. Excellent. And hit OK. So now you've got a hole there. Oh no. Well, don't worry. We're going to put the head post in next. So let's take care of that right now. But before we do, let's get rid of some of these work planes. If you right click on the work plane in the model browser, there's an option that says visibility. Go ahead and click on that. Get rid of makes it a little easier to see. All right, we're going to start a new sketch right on the top here. I'm going to grab my circle command, go right to the center there. Okay, the diameter is going to be 4.8, and I'm going to finish that sketch, and I'm going to extrude that out. How far is it going to get extruded? Well, the extrusion is going to be 6.2. All right, and hit OK. All right, only a few things left. We got to do the armholes, so let's take care of that now. Go ahead and start a 2D sketch, and I want you to click on this surface right here. And then get your circle command out and move the cursor over to the bottom of this line until it finds the midpoint. Okay, and then slowly drag the mouse up, and what you'll see is a trailing dotted line. That'll help you keep it right in the center. And when you get roughly to 2/3 of the way up, go ahead and click, and we're going to type in 3.8. 3.8. All right, let's take a couple measurements. Okay, so use that dimension tool again. We're going to start at the center of the circle and go to the edge. Okay, and what is that dimension? Mine says 3.9, and that's exactly what it should be. It's 3.9. somehow got that just right, so make sure it's 3.9. And then we're going to take another measurement, okay? And this one's going to be from the bottom. We'll click on the center and then hit the bottom here. And this one should be 9.2. So I went a little too high there. I'm going to change that to 9.2. All right. Now we're going to finish that sketch, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to extrude cut that. So make sure you're going the other direction and it's cut, and it's going to be a minor cut, only 2 millimeters, okay, just 2. And hit OK. All right, so we have to do the other arm, but we have a nice feature we already learned how to use. It's going to help us do this. It's the mirror feature up the top. So go ahead and click mirror. We'll select this hole we just made, okay, and then the mirror plane. Click on that in the menu, and then we want to find that bisecting plane. In this case, it'll be the YZ. Click on that and hit OK. And if you spin this around, you'll see now Inventor put the hole on that side. How nice is that? All right, we just have some fillets to do, so let's take care of the fillets. So use our fillet feature. Oh, where did it go? Where did my fillets go? There it is. Click on that. For the first one, I want 0.2, and I'm going to select the sides. Okay, all the sides, all the way around, 0.2. Okay, if I have to spin this around, I will. Okay, all 4 sides at 0.2, and the head as well. All right, and hit OK. And we're going to do a second fillet, and this one's going to be for 0.5. So 0.5. And this is for basically like the shoulder area, I guess you could say. And hit OK. And look at that. We're all done. We're just going to give it a nice, nice color to it, nice sheen. I'm going to select something from here. How about, yeah, that looks kind of cool. Let's go with that. Okay, so we're going to just add a color to it and call it a day. All right, thanks for watching.